Going to answer some questions while taking a small winter walk. Freezing cold.
Hello. No.
Aisha, become confident to walk around like this. Everything starts from the scalp. Healthy scalp, you have a healthy hair.
그러면은 그걸 또 정리를
Don't.
깜짝님 밥. 이거는 뭐야?
Aisha, the camera.
그말이야?
The camera. He's like, hello. Hello. Hello everyone. Today we're going to answer some questions while taking a small winter walk. It's freezing cold. But anyway, we thought to go out just for a little bit because otherwise only being at home is not that nice. There are some questions. There were some repetitive questions that we answered in previous Q&As. So I'm gonna link those videos down below. And yeah, I think we can just go right into it. I'm gonna answer the questions while also, showing you the view. We're at a very beautiful place. And yeah, enjoy this video. Ardo. Good. Langsam. Langsam. Will I helfen?
종이야 종.
Đây này nè. Glocke. 이거 하면 안 돼?
저기 묶여. 못하게.
안 못해. Das ist doch ganz laut. Dong, dong. Fester. Soll die Mami? Wo ist gehört?
여기 밑에 돈이 엄청 많아.
Da ist Geld. Da dürfen die Leute sich was wünschen. Langsam.
저 중심되는 게 아니고 저거는
이거는 벌집.
Polchip.
야.
Polchip. Ein Bienenhaus. Nein, das ist kein Bienenhaus. Das ist nur ein ganz normales Haus, Alardo. So let's get started right with the first question. So one question was, what do I like the most about living in Korea personally? I know people ask me this, but the longer I'm living here, the more it changes. So what I like about Korea right now, living here, is just how... Willst du gehen? Ein Stein. I just like how I can just live my life how I like it to be without having to follow any norms. Because even though Korea is very strict, or it might feel very strict for people, there are things that you're supposed to do, that you're supposed to follow. But as being a foreigner, I feel like I'm excused, and that's what I like the most right now. But it continues to change. I'm Chef. Hello. Hello, Chef. Wow, ist doch lustig, gell? The next question was, how is your Korean right now? I would say it's pretty intermediate or pretty conversational, let's say. So when it comes to business meetings, I'm still having issues to be like professional. But when it comes to everyday life, like talking with friends or my husband, then it's pretty, like I'm pretty confident with talking. Das ist ein Schaf. Wie macht ein Schaf? Nein, ein Schaf macht Mäh. Mu macht die Kuh. Die Kuh macht Mu. Da aufgehen. Soll das Handteller geben? Nein, das ist ein Affe. Ein Affe. Nein, das ist kein Affe. Was ist denn das? Das ist ein Tiger, glaube ich. Nein, kein Tiger, ein Affe. I guess this leads directly to the next question, which was, what language do me and my husband speak to our dog? Also what we speak to each other. And even though it used to be mainly English in the beginning, now it became mainly Korean, except from, again, more technical conversations. Then we always switched to English. I would say everyday life conversations became almost completely Korean. Wow, eine Schildkröte. Bist du angegangen auf die Schildkröte? Oh, Appa, Papi, Schildkröte. Gib mir das Handgeladene? Ja, da müssen wir gehen. Tiger? Fanta, was ist denn das? Gell? Fanta, musst du nachher sagen, das ist ein Tiger. Schildkröte. Wow, hallo. Ardo, langsam. Check out the next question. Oh, this is actually a very interesting one. How did you fall in love with your curls and what made you grow? So I think before being able to answer this question is maybe to first ask myself why I used to not like my hair. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
Arda, hello.
Hallo.
And zur Kamera zu reden. Mit wem tust du reden? He asked, who are you talking with? Why I used not to like my hair in first place was probably the reason because as a child, when I went to school, I used to be just loud at because, you know, I was different. At that time in my hometown, there were almost no foreigners. So my hair was something people didn't know. And that's why I also used not to like to go out like this, and it's been a long time like that, and I think then handle 1 second. I think only in the last few years started to become confident to walk around like this, you know. And another reason why I also didn't like to wear my hair naturally open like this is because my hair started to tangle a lot, which meant once I was wearing it open, I had to, you know, spend 1 or 1.5 hours in the shower every day for detangling it. And I feel like now, after my new routine, it tangles much less, and which is why also I'm able to go for 1 full week without having to worry about my hair. The only thing was, of course, the scalp started to become itchy, of course, because of scalp dryness. Washing your hair only once a week or even longer now, since I have my Scalp Serum, makes everything much more wearable. And yeah, which we also directly continue talking about the serum, and also where I can finally announce that the serum is now available to buy. So you can just click the link in the description box and you can purchase it. And there have been a lot of questions actually about the serum, which I'm going to answer right away. So keep listening very well. I hope all your questions will be answered with this Q&A, and don't worry, after the serum section, I will continue with the other questions as well. The next question was, what was your favorite part of the process of making the hair serum? So yes, I mean, it was actually a lot, but before starting to complain, let me talk about the first favorite part, and that was obviously the photo shoot, mainly because I just like doing photo shooting because I really love working as a model, and that was my personal favorite part. Because the other parts, yes, there were a lot of things that I learned during the process, but yeah, photo shoot was my absolute favorite part, and I'm gonna show you a small section of the BTS of the photo shoot. So check it out.
Which side of your face do you prefer? Mostly.
Maybe.
그래 알았어. 혼자 집에 가. 사랑이랑 집에 있어.
So now we're already on our way back because it was way too cold, right?
너네 내가 합치기가 됐다.
합쪽이 뭐야?
이렇게 합.
Ahap. Let's continue with the next question, which is what issues does your hair serum address? So, in my opinion, everything starts from the scalp. If you have a healthy scalp, you have a healthy hair. And so, what this product is, it's not like a miracle growth product, hair growth product, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't stimulate growth because it just makes a healthy scalp environment. People who have dry scalp, itchiness, and also especially people who don't wash their hair daily helps to feel your scalp more comfortable. A very lightweight hydrating serum, which means you can also use it every single day, which I do between wash days, so there's no buildup. Your hairstyle or your curls will not suffer from it. And as a pretty nice byproduct is that it will also help to grow healthier hair. I think with that I directly answered also the next question, which is it growth or just moisturizing? So it is mainly hydrating. Moisturizing is actually something else. Happy birthday! We hadden Geburtstag. 누구 생일이야? 응? 왜 hadden Geburtstag?
Hair serum.
Hair serum.
It's our hair serum birthday, right?
Yeah, today. All right. It's our hair serum's birthday.
헤어 세럼 생이.
Actually means is that a healthy scalp grows healthy hair, and if your hair is healthy, then it will also grow much better. I think one other question that was very important is, can the scalp serum work for 4C hair? So 4C hair, for those who don't know, is like the most curly hair, like the most curly hair type that exists. And yes, the thing is, I made this hair especially for wavy, curly, and coily hair. Type 4 hair is mainly called coily hair. Type 3 is my hair type, which is curly, and wavy hair is type 2, and the straight hair is type 1, right? But I think especially people who suffer with scalp discomfort can also use this serum when they have like straight hair. So it's not only for curly hair types, it's also for straight hair that have the same issues as like mainly curly hair has. And then one of the most important questions, and a question that has been asked like thousands of times, is, will it be shipped globally? Do you do international shipping? Will it be available in the US, and so on and so forth? And the answer is yes, of course, we're doing this for the global market. Even though it's like a Korean product, it's made in Korea. The reason why it's made in Korea is because I think Korean technology when it comes to beauty products is very advanced, and that's why I wanted to do it in Korea. So it's made in Korea, but it's addressed for the global market. And I think now we're almost at home, so we will just get home, eat some food, and then we will continue this Q&A. Hi everyone. So before we continue with the rest of the Q&A video, there is like something that I need to tell you about, and this section I just filmed later. It seems obvious, right? So I'm very sorry. First of all, the launching date for the scalp serum was planned on January 4th, but then we had some issues, and honestly we still have these issues right now as today where I'm filming this, technical issues with website and payment and so on. I'm very sorry because I planned to upload this video with questions and answers, especially because a lot of questions came about the serum, so I thought it would be the best to upload it while you can also directly go and purchase it. I hope it will be this week because it's been really a roller coaster ever since the new year, because first of all we were getting ready for the launch, and second, then it didn't happen, and then I had to reschedule not only the launch itself but also my whole other schedules for YouTube uploads, because when you are uploading YouTube videos every single week, especially now that I have like a family to take care of and also other things to work on, I need to schedule like 1 month ahead every single video. It just destroyed my whole monthly schedule, but let's see how it will go, and I just try to be flexible as much as possible. Another thing that has to do with the launch, and I realized after editing the first Q&A video, the one that you're watching right now, is that I realized I didn't tell you that the scalp serum is, yes, international shipping, but also free shipping. That's something that I was really fighting for a lot, and we had like a couple of meetings where we were talking about this, that I really wanted to have free shipping just so that everyone could have the serum on the same price. I know how expensive shipping can be, and so that's why I really thought on this one, and finally the brand also, accepted it. And I don't know how long we will be able to continue doing free shipping, but for like right now, if you buy it right now, then there will be guaranteed free shipping, and otherwise I will just announce it if there will be changes. But for now we have free shipping, which is amazing. And one last thing before we jump on with the rest of the vlog is that on the same day where I asked you about sending questions, if you had some, I uploaded an Instagram story and on the same time also post on the YouTube community. It's called like this, right? So our Instagram stories, they expire after 24 hours. As soon as the Instagram story expired, I just checked all the questions, and then I just went ahead and filmed the video because we had like festivities where like the kids were also not at daycare and stuff. So I really had to plan that time, and it was really difficult to find a date where I was able to filmed and edited. And exactly now when I was about to re-edit the video because, delays happen and so on, I realized that I had also a lot of questions on the community post. At that time, after one day, there weren't that many questions. So I was like, it's okay, I don't need to include those because some of them are already answered through the Instagram questions. But now, with the time, because that's not 24 hours, it keeps going, questions keep coming. So I think I'm going to answer some of these that weren't asked on Instagram and that I think are still very relevant, because of course I'm not answering all questions. Is the serum only for curly hair? I have straight hair but dry scalp in winter. Definitely go and try it and let me know if it will help, because I'm pretty sure it will help, because it really helps with scalp hydration. Work on low porosity hair also. The serum is scalp focused, so it focuses on the skin on your hand. So it's basically a skincare product for your scalp. So it's not hair shaft dependent, okay? It's the serum for hair growth and detangling, and can men use it as well? As said, it's not a miracle product. It will not make your hair grow instantly. A healthy scalp grows healthy hair, and healthy hair also grows longer, or it doesn't break off that easily. And then of course you need to be careful, because the main reason why my hair is so long right now is because I stopped doing heat damage. I stopped straightening it. I stopped like combing it while it's dry, and so on and so forth. Also, another reason, I used to wash my hair almost every day because of the itchiness. I thought I was doing protective hairstyles such as braids, and like this hair here is not really protective hairstyle for me because it breaks off my hair. So the most protective hairstyle for me is actually my current routine, which is washing my hair once a week or every 2 weeks, then keep my hair open and not style it anymore. Style it only on washing day, and then just sleep with the bonnet, and the next day little bit of scalp serum, and that's it. Are there different sizes? No, for now we have only one size. What age group benefits the most? If you're over 50, is it less effective? Of course not. It's great for every age, and I made it especially for that it's actually something that is for every gender, for every age group, and also for every hair type actually. The specific thing is just that it helps with hydration and itchiness. Now let's go ahead and do some other type of questions, and the scalp talk is now over. Will you ever get back to talking in your videos, or will you continue with silent vlogs? This is probably something that people are not asking me directly, but maybe some people are wondering it, and my most honest answer is I don't know. I started silent vlog last year, around the beginning of the year, and the reason was because I really felt I needed a break from talking, because actually talking stresses me out a lot. I'm a person who is very introverted, and everything that I have to say, I just get nervous when I have to talk. People, I'm sure these are not nice people and they don't follow me anymore anyway, but sometimes I feel like my English wasn't good enough to be talking the whole time, and also people were like saying I talk like I'm like super insecure and super nervous, and the laughing that I do, it's like a sign of insecurity, and so on and so forth. But it's not said that I will never start talking ever again, but for now I really enjoy doing silent vlogs because I feel like it just keeps the mood of the videos. I'm also active on Instagram and TikTok, and there I'm still talking. How do you manage being a mom, working, filming, and taking care of yourself? It's very difficult, yes, it's true, but the reason is I try to be very organized. So my weekly schedule is always super strict and super defined, and there is not a lot of space for things that come in between. Like, for example, let's say a friend asks me, can we meet tomorrow? But the thing is, I'm well aware that I do need also my free time, and so that's why, since I'm a person who really likes to be alone, and I have a lot of hobbies that I do alone, like crocheting and cooking and baking, I'm not in the need of meeting a lot of people, but I always make sure to have at least one afternoon every week where just me and my husband do something together, and one day, it's usually morning or lunchtime until I have to pick up the kids, where I meet one of my friends. I really make sure that I take care of my relationship, and I also make sure to take care of my friends. I don't have a lot of friends, maybe 5, but I try to take care of them as much as possible, because I feel like you don't really need more good friends. Weckchen? Weckchen? Was willst du da die Brillen für... Oh, Brillen aussortieren von Papi? Schau da. Welche? Eine. Der da? Der da? Nein. Did I?
Yeah.
There, okay. So we are back home now, and after a little snack, I thought we can continue now our Q&A while Chungu and Fanta are putting away the Christmas tree. It's finally time. Christmas is over, but yeah, it will be back next year. Okay, so next questions. How many languages do your children speak and understand? So not that much actually. They speak Korean and German, and they don't really understand English, even though they already, like here and there, they come out with some English words where we are like, oh, where did this come from? But then we remember that in daycare they have one day where they learn English. Yeah, so once a week there is like an English teacher coming, so where they do English activity, like just playful. They're not sitting down and writing anything, singing songs and stuff like this. So that's why I think they will learn English just, naturally in school and kindergarten and so on. Next questions. Do you speak your native language with your children? Yes, I do. This is especially for like new followers, or I think even mainly for people. Was ist denn los? Aber weißt du, das wird kaputt. Willst du mal deinen Stern zeigen? Dein Stern? Wo ist denn dein Stern? Ja, das ist der Stern. Wow, ist der groß, der Stern, gell? Den müssen wir jetzt wegtun. Wieso? Weil jetzt ist Weihnachten fertig. Der Weihnachtsmann ist ja gekommen, gell? Hat der Weihnachtsmann viele schöne Geschenke gebracht? Ja, gell? Okay, I'm back. I do speak my native language, which is a German dialect. So it's not the original German, it's a dialect. And I exclusively speak with them that language, even though they sometimes answer me in Korean. I just strictly continue answering in this language. I mean, I grew up with 3 languages, German, Pular, and Italian, and I learned that was the easiest way to learn, to have just one person always speaking the same language and not mixing, because then kids start to mix and then they start to choose the language that they like the most. But like this, it's very easy to differentiate the languages. And the next question was, how do you handle messy situations with the children? Like now, we just close the door? Or no, how do we do?
We give this one question.
What?
One quest.
One quest?
Yes, so need make order.
Yeah. Yes, that we like the most.
Just make this one game. Yes, look and.
To go and look for something. Yes.
오케이. 그러면은 그걸 또 정리를 해줘. 알도도 같이 누나 도와서.
Let them then do order, like make order, put their stuff in order. It's pretty easy right now. It's, I think, the best way. Or play like hide and seek, which is also very easy because they just hide and we try to look for them while we are also doing something else.
Hello.
Hello. There's a microphone. Or just have songs. 안녕. Was ist denn du? Mang, wo ist der? Weggehen? Wie soll weggehen? Or another way also to just how to handle messy situation, especially when you're in public, like to not stick to one plan, to know that plans can change, which usually do with kids, and that's okay. If we want to do this and this and this in one day, but we're not able to do because things come in between, kids get tired, they're hungry, we just try to focus on their needs first, and everything else can wait actually. Hey.
여기다 삐쭈.
한타야, 지금 궁금한 게 있는데 산타는 여자 동생 하나 더 갖고 싶어?
아니.
안 갖고 싶어? 동생.
알루는 오빠? 난 여자? 이렇게?
응. 동생 하나 더 갖고 싶어? 동생 하나 더 있으면 어떨 것 같아?
싫어.
싫어? 안 좋을 것 같아?
나 동생이 맨날 나한테 떼쓰고 안노예 해주잖아.
어? 서진이 같은 애기 동생도?
서진이.
처럼 여자 애기 동생.
서진이 가지고.
그럼 좋아? 알도는 동생 하나 생기는 거 어때?
아니?
싫어? 알도 누나만 있잖아.
아,
근데 알도보다 동생 하나 있으면 어떨까 집에? 뭐라고?
나 서진이 동생아.
서진이 동생 있으면 좋겠어?
서진이.
서진이? 이게 여자 동생?
아빠, 나 여기 봐봐.
이야 배가 빵빵하네.
서진이 있어.
아 서진이야?
넷도.
그래 그럼 셋째는 산타가 만들어?
아니다. 엄마, 아빠.
어.
엄마, 애기 어떻게 만들어?
애기? 그럼 나중에 얘기하자.
So we're finally with the final part of this Q&A. It was a long day, right?
Yes. Parents' life.
Yes, actually every day is a long day. But now it's so cold outside, it's really difficult like to do something outside because like -10 I check.
Yes. 11.
-11? Crazy, don't come January, February.
Yes, but some people like.
Some people like cold. Okay. We have only 4 questions left, so let's do them quickly. Do you plan on living in Korea forever?
I don't know because before I don't think like other country, but now my wife, my child. So if they want go out country like in Korea, then yes, of course, why not? I'm
Yeah.
not blocked.
Yes, same like me. I'm like I feel good here. 여기 편해? 좋아? 근데 I don't say never go out or never leave other country because you never know.
Yes.
But what I also like, I have possibility always go Italy like 1 month.
Yes.
Because it's exactly like after 1 year, I feel like 조금 가야 돼.
맞아.
So that's why I feel like have a good balance. And next question, what was your biggest fear when you started Again Me and the obstacles? So first of all, like I just want to make something clear. I already said it many times, but this is a collaboration. This is not like our brand. We working together with Again Me, which is like a Korean hair care brand, which is specialized in scalp care. So they have their own patented scalp biome technology. And this is why we chose to work with them because they have a very good and effective technology.
Yeah.
So they actually also sell in hospitals. My biggest fear is just to fail. What about you?
This we can sell up this first part.
Do people actually buy?
This another part, right? If we need sell.
I think like the whole journey was hard, but it was also nice because we learned a lot. And now the time arrived where we actually have to sell. And we're both not like seller people, but we can say we made this with our whole heart. And yes, I hope other people will like it too. What are your hopes for the future of your hair serum brand? So not brand, but product. Product is mine, but the brand, like it's a collaboration. Well, of course, I would like to expand, like to make more product. Just make a full hairline if successful.
Yes, if we have chance, then yes, want do this. You want to do this, then I'm support her like
Yes.
this. But
Thank you.
We talking this, make this serum, then I can see she have so much idea and also she have this good routine. I think if she can make this, then I think this good.
The reason why I feel like it's very important to share here is because I get a lot of feedback also from you guys. So I think we have such a good community, and I think together we can make a lot of things, that people actually need. Because I feel like many times brands that don't have a community don't really know what actually the real consumers need. So that's why I hope we will have a big future with that. Last question. Do you ever plan on doing meet and greets? I would do, but since the audience is so everywhere in the world, it will be super difficult to do something to do a meet and greet, even though I would love to meet you guys in person. But even though every now and then people, they text me I'm in Korea right now, so would you like to meet and stuff like this. So maybe one day we can do, or just to resort together or travel experience together, something there are so many ideas open, but for now it's just I feel it's impossible.
Yes, you won't meet her if you stay in Korea. Text her.
I think that was it. So of course there were so many other questions that we were not able to answer. Do you want to say something last?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, enjoy 2026. I hope it will be a great year for all of us. And yeah, check out the link in the description for the hair serum. See you guys. Bye bye.
Guys.